We just catch bottoms, that's all. Guys, I'm not even kidding because it's likely already in the bottom. Occurred while you were afraid. Mara Mining has purchased Bitcoin for $166 million. They have simply purchased your fear. I did too, don't you think? BlackRock bosses $132 million worth of Ethereum. Drops to the lowest, Bitcoin declines once more. On the lows, BlackRock purchases a huge $800 million. This occurred yesterday. However, they continue to purchase, and I've seen that BlackRock has been purchasing more Ethereum lately. Since we haven't bottomed out yet, we're getting ready for alt season. But take a look at this, take a look at what happened to XRP, people. XRP literally dropped below $2.17 before making an abrupt V-shaped comeback. It's the lower set. Why, it seems, reputable cryptocurrency tweets make a plan to exchange the plan. XRP has identified its ideal point of entry. He has been talking about it for a week or so on the smaller time periods that I have, and he responded along these lines, ostensibly correct. It's holding up so far, and I doubt we'll return down there. Why? Given that we recently had a V-shaped recovery, what they do is really odd. Do you want me to explain something to you all about how these folks operate? Take a look at this. That's why I doubt we'll return down here, isn't it? I mean, he did remark, look at this, guys, so cred, you believe that if we bounce here, the zone won't probably be visited again if this region does hold for XRP? That's right. Accordingly, we shall not return down there if this region holds, gentlemen. And so far, it appears to be holding. Could it descend again now? Of course, but it's holding, guys, at the moment I'm recording this. Given what recently transpired, I doubt we'll return there. V-shaped recuperation, what took place back here. You see the space, don't you? We dumped and couldn't go back up. Guys, we just went that way about halfway up this one. We got it back in full. Aren't they crazy? Perhaps you'll dump like this and then get back up. Or perhaps not. But we'll see. It's the bottom end, and if that's the case, it won't ever come up again. Guys, go over the slow again. That suggests that fresh all-time highs of $5, $10, $15, and $20 are on the horizon. In today's video, we discuss every chart for XRP, including those for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and all other currency. We need to relax now because everyone is afraid. Bitcoin vs. XRP is enlarged. It appears about ready to go once more. Consolidation should last no more than 2 weeks. By the way, here is the fractal from 2017. Even though history doesn't always repeat itself, it would still rhyme if we were to copy the 2017 exactly. By the end of this year, XRP ought to be booming, right? But if we do hold that area, as we just talked about, I believe we might begin bursting sooner. That's what I mean when I say that this appears impulsive. Guys are really impetuous. It didn't even enjoy it, as you can see. Take a look at this. The 1-minute chart shows this, correct? The folks with the 1-minute chart. Even though this is on the Heikin-Ashi, do you notice any red candles here? Absolutely none. Doesn't that sound absurd? However, even if the 1-second chart is incredibly ballistic, check this out then. I may not be enthusiastic enough on XRP, Tony the Bullet tweets. From top to bottom, the XRPVs, Bitcoin. Quarterly chart appears to be very powerful. Why? The 3-month chart shows this. For the first time since April 2019, the 3-month candlestick is above the Bollinger Band base. Price touched your band's upper bullet. Oh. And by the way, I told you people that I was in the long, and if it is a bottom, I caught it because in the Fibonacci level 6.1, the level, let's check this out. 0.618 was the number. I was really touched by my entry, guys. I believe it is to $19.19. I did sell some that I liked for about 25 and 30 cents, but I'm just going to keep the rest and not touch it anymore. I would really like to add more, but it doesn't seem like it will ever come back to haunt me. I went into foam mode last time. I will never again foam. Guys, I'll put it back in if it goes down again, but it doesn't seem like he wants to. In fact, it shouldn't come back down if it is a bottom. I'm going to hold out for heaven, literally. I'm waiting till $20, regardless of the final price. Because that's it, guys, if we don't go back to those terrible points. At this moment, there is no stress, right now. For the first time since April 2019, the 3-month candlestick is above the Bollinger Band base. The price made contact with the upper Bollinger Band. A purchase signal is indicated by a quarterly close above the top band. Additionally, the bands are the tightest in the history of XRPVs, Bitcoin. Lord please, no. Which experience, I believe, was it on the weekly? Or every month? I'm not sure. One of those people who prefer shorter time frames. The price has already skyrocketed and the Bollinger Bands have opened up. Yes, it is currently taking place. However, this is still closed, people, and it's on the 3-month chart. It is still not open. This object will moonshot when it opens, meaning it will experience these highs. At that point, extra folks were around $3. $3 and change, but if more people go there now, it's about $20, so I think we should go beyond that amount because of this boner Japan. This is absurd, you 3-monthly guys. You can maintain the amazing trend right here, even though it's a bit excessive. That's all. Take a look at this. Bull flag, isn't it? Guys, have a look at this bull flag. The target is $10. We want to take it from right there, guys, but some people take it from here. This is going to get out of hand. Guys, life-altering sums are coming in. Since Bitcoin hasn't been acting lately, we needed to do so now. Bitcoin, there isn't much. See here. The channel's bottom was not even touched by a brief retest to values from 5 days ago. This has happened 3 times now, and less than 7 days later, we reached an all-time high. Take a look at that. We set new all-time highs after every time we go to this channel's lower range. Don't we? It's going to happen again, Kaz. This is insane. And you know what? Do you know what occurs throughout these channels during a bullish trend phase? This is how it goes, and that is how it rises. If I'm not wrong, it doesn't degrade. In fact, it splits up. However, people believe it will fail. No. Just a moment, and we will be discussing it. First, though, Bitwise projects that by this time next year, Bitcoin will have grown to $200,000. We require more, I require more, and higher. Let's go 300K, 500K, whatever. Matt, Bitcoin has had an amazing run. We currently anticipate 2025. 12 months from now, Matt, it will be December 2025, and we will be discussing Bitcoin. What are your predictions? It's nice to be here, and we're going to have the same conversation about Bitcoin's amazing run. We predict that by this time next year, Bitcoin will have risen above $200,000. There are only 3 unstoppable demand sources. Your Bitcoin is being sucked up by ETFs. Public firms such as MicroStrategy are snatching up Bitcoin. We're now discussing how governments are snatching up Bitcoin. In the end, supply and demand determine the outcome. Demand is too high and supply is insufficient. Therefore, I believe that in 2025, the price will increase. However, Matt, you don't often see demand for an asset this persistent over this length of time, do you? I mean, is this really just a momentum trade with nothing to halt it, or does it require new catalysts? The truth, in my opinion, is that people just become aware of Bitcoin at varying rates. Retail investors were the first to arrive, and financial counselors arrive. Institutions are beginning to make the transition. They must rise from 0 to 1% after realizing that Bitcoin is here to stay and that it should be included in a portfolio. 2%, according to BlackRock. Thus, fresh people enter the market as a result of this cascade of educational innovations. Look, Bitcoin has become a major worldwide asset, a couple $1 trillion to be exact. We still have a lot of investors left, and almost all of them ought to have some. We're still early in that path, therefore I believe this might be a one-time introduction or a momentum trade. We still have a lot of quarters left. Regarding possible Pinellas, Matt, I have a question for you regarding Trump's backing of this. Matt, you have a strategic reserve of Bitcoin. At what point do you make it? If it did, how likely do you believe it is to actually occur? What impact would it have on the cost? Yes, if there is a Bitcoin strategic reserve where the government purchases Bitcoin, I will address